Welcome to my channel, Frugal with John. I got a matrix in last week. One of the wiper arms weren't moving, just the passenger was working. And I asked him what happened. And I also asked him, did you try to turn the wipers on when you had snow in the windshield? Because I know we had a really sticky, wet snow. And he says exactly what he did. And it's always best to clean your windshield because this could happen, especially as the car gets older. Things start to wear a bit. You put a lot of snow in the windshield, you try to turn the wipers on, and poof, the linkage breaks apart. Toyotas, you can't just buy the bushings. To fix the linkage, you got to buy the whole linkage. Anyway, last time I was in, I temporarily fixed it so at least you could drive it a couple times. I told him if it's raining or we got snow, try not to drive. So when I put the splines back in, I know exactly where they go. Like I say, definitely not necessary. You got to take the caps off the wiper arms, because before you start, you have to take the wiper arms off. In order to take these off, you can use anything you want. I use a screwdriver. I just come underneath and just pry up, and they come off. Take the other one off the same way. Take these two covers off, which exposes the nuts. So you take these off, 14 millimeter for the arms. Loosen that off. I'll loosen both of them off. Okay, so they're both loosened off.
What are you gonna do?
Still working in the same spot. One nut out, two nuts out. We'll just set them over here. The reason why I put the hood down is because when you lift these up, they lock in place. And it takes the tension off this. Because I had this off last week, it's a little easier. Sometimes you have to just tap the end. So they should come right off. They lock like this. Makes it easier to come off. Anyway, that's this side. I'll put that over here. And we'll try this one here. Lift it up and it stays in place. Yeah, they came off real easy because I said I just had this off last week. Okay, I'll take these off. I'm going to grab these. Okay, in order to get this has to come off next, this plastic piece. In order to get that off, under here you'll see clips. And if you get in behind them and you take a pair of needle nose and you just pinch them together, they'll lift up. And they also, it's the rubber, the clips on the rubber that hold this piece down. So there's one clip right here. Lift it. There's another clip right here. Don't overdo it. You don't want to break them. Okay. This one was coming out. And there's one. This one doesn't hold it down, but it holds the rubber in place. So I can't get underneath it. So what I'm going to do, you focused here, what I'm going to do is push it to the side and undo it here and leave that clip there, so I just have the rubber off. The rest of the clips are still in there. I'll just put that to the side. And I will have to take this clip off and put it back in here. Okay, so this comes off. And the other clip I said that's, let me get my tool, and she's going to have to focus in here. The clips are here. That's the inside, it goes in the rubber. And what you're pinching, it's going to be hard to see, is this little piece right here. So I have to take that out. I'll give you a close-up of it. See if you can focus in on that. See it? Together with these, you're just pushing the two ends together, and there's a little lip on here. You just push the lip together and it comes out. So you don't want to damage them. Anyway, so because I just took this out, it's the only way to do it. And then I'm going to put this back in the rubber because it has to stay in the rubber. In order to get it back in the rubber, you push one side in like this. And you just get it back in the rubber. I don't know if you saw that or not. And we'll take this side off. And this is held on by a clip right here. There should have been another one over there, but it was missing from last time I noticed it. Yeah, getting back up to this side. There should be the same clip that's over here, but this one was missing. It's been gone, I don't know for how long. Anyway, but I'll show you on this side how to take it. So you're probably going to have to take your clip off here also. Yeah, these are wore out. Okay, we got to look at this. I'll show you. It's a clip like this. There's a Phillips head in there. You turn it, or sometimes you just get something underneath, and these are worn out. They're not working proper, but it's not going anywhere. So you unscrew this, and then when you put it back in, you just push the center back down, and it locks in place. I don't think there's another clip. Yeah, one more clip right here. Oh, this clip is being a bear to come off. There we go. You got to actually slide it back because these hold under the windshield. Okay, we'll take that off. We'll put that over here too. Okay, in order to take the electrical connection off the motor, which you have to do because you got to take this bolt off and this bolt off, which are both 10 millimeter. You take the electric connection off. There's a little clip or lever you want to, I'll show you when you get close, but you push up on it and it comes off. Now the little thing you're pushing up is right here, and it releases the clip inside here. That takes the electrical off. This should be a little longer, my extension. Let me get a longer extension. All right, you take this one out. It's already loose. Take this one out. That's loose. Comes out like that. Make sure you don't lose the washer. I'll set that over with the rest of the stuff I've taken off. Again, same thing. That should come right out. There's, it's hard to see, but you gotta, after it's loose, you gotta slide it this way because there's something over here that holds it in place. Yeah, there it is. Right here. This slides in a fork, which is right here. Okay, so we'll take this over to the bench and get the new one set up. But if you take a look at the one that broke, like I say, regardless how hard I push, it barely hangs in there. It may have worked for until you got heavy snow. It may have worked heavy rain. I don't know. It would have just popped right back off. So it has to be replaced. And I just kind of weird thing. I just kind of keep it in place for a few times. I just on the temporary repair, I put some string around it, tied it, and I put some chain lube on it so as it turns, it wouldn't wear the string out. Anyway, it was a temporary fix because the part took about a week to come in. It was actually hard to get. Anyway, here's a new one, so we got to transfer the motor over to this one. Let's see if we got the right one. And it is the right one. Okay, first of all, I'm going to see if I can get this motor out of here. Actually, yeah. Oh, actually, it's not too bad. Oh, I may be in luck. I just noticed the backside are actually there's no rust on them, so there may be a stainless steel nut. So yeah, they should come off, no problem. Of course, it is Toyota. Toyota engineering is usually pretty good. Okay, so we'll take this off. Yeah, it's a T30.
330?
T30. Torx 30. Okay, so that pops off. Okay, so far we're doing good. Two pins here that go into the other two holes. Watch when you turn this over, the nuts don't fall out. That's why I flipped everything around. They go in.
Make sure that you put in the right spots. But the motor is fine?
Yep. So we'll just tighten this down. Don't overdo these. I'm going to get some, clean this up and get some fresh grease on it. And I'll use marine grease. Yeah, this one is a marine grease. The other one I used for the snowblower was snowmobile grease because that's always in the cold. But if I use a snowmobile grease on this, it gets too thin in the summer, so I'll do a marine grease. It's not going to hurt anything. It's actually going to be better for it. Okay, after this one's all the way down, and you got grease inside here, you make sure that this is facing down, this is facing down. If I'm not mistaken, yeah. Okay, so these two are facing down, and then you push this one in place. That locks in place, then you take that over the vehicle. Okay, you can see the part I was talking about where the motor clips in. I'll show you the other part that goes in there. And you line it up and get your two bolts in. With your 10mm and your extension, tighten this in, tighten this up. Okay, and then put your plug back in. Now, before you put your wiper blades in, I'm just going to take these out. I'll use the brand new ones that come with it. Just in case while I was moving everything, I'm going to have the wiper motor go into park. So I'm going to turn the key on, put the wipers on, and turn the wipers off. And then the wipers are going to park. Then I'll turn the key off. Because if I don't do that and I happen to move the linkage while I was doing all this work, I'll set the wiper blades down and they go way past. They could break something. Anyway, it's not good. So I just got to get the key, which is over here.
Is the one that got?
Yeah, okay, everything's going. You can see it's all moving. Okay, make sure nothing's binding up. And I'll shut, not the key off, I'm going to shut the wiper switch off and let it park. This is extremely important. Okay, so the key was still on. It's parked itself. Then I'll turn the key off. I'll put everything back in the reverse order.